And we're live officially. I'll start the recording here. And you guys are all systems go. I'm going to fade away.
Okay. Thank you, Greg. Thanks, Greg. Let's start this one. Click the OK button so that I can see what people come on. Thank you.
So the flight routing was from Boise to Atlanta, Atlanta to Portland, Maine. And there was so much weather difficulty in the Southeast US that everything was backed up. I've never seen Atlanta airport so busy. It was like you were at a gigantic sports event and everywhere you turned, there were bodies all around you. It was wild.
I was in a meeting in Atlanta that had nothing to do with the Olympics, but the Olympics were going on, and it was similar chaos. In fact, it was just before the Olympics started, and they hadn't finished all the road construction, so it was even more complicated.
Wow! Yeah.
So when they do it right, they do it well in Atlanta, but when they don't and everything falls apart, they seem to have the powers that be seem to have a lot of ability to recoup.
Yeah.
I assume you were on Delta if you were flying to Atlanta.
That's correct. My least favorite airline.
Our daughter was on an Alaska flight the day that the computers crashed and basically killed every flight that Alaska flies on. Stopped.
Wow.
And she was just flying from San Luis Obispo to Seattle, and SLO is a tiny airport. It's like got nothing flying in and out of it.
Yeah.
There's only two airlines, and basically the crew timed out. They were so far behind. The crew timed out, and so no, they had the plane, but the crew, and so she was.
Wow.
She wasn't really. The plane was supposed to leave at 9. And it was supposed to arrive at 9. So I don't know, leave at 7 p.m., 7:30 p.m.
Did this happen recently?
Yeah, this was like, I don't know, 2 weeks ago or something.
Wow.
A week and a half ago. Yeah, apparently there was some crash of Alaska's computer system, and it took down the entire network, the entire airline. Nothing, not a single plane flew.
Wow.
They have thousands of flights. She finally got home at we were supposed to leave at 7:30 at night. She got home at 4:30 a.m. But the interesting thing is the crew timed out, but there was another pilot and first officer that just happened to be taking whatever, the jump seats kind of thing, using on that flight. And so they said, well, we'll just fly the plane because the other crew timed out. But it took them 4 hours for these two crew members to be able to communicate with Alaska to get the permission to fly the plane.
Yeah.
That's how bad off it was. Anyways.
So if I tried to fly something right now after having stayed up all night long, I would be scared of flying with myself. So I think it's a good rule.
Morning, Nikki.
Good morning. I apologize. I meant to attend in person, but I got stuck.
That's quite all right. You're here, so we have a quorum. So it's all right. It being 11:31 a.m. on August 1st, I will call the meeting to order. Could you do a roll, please?
Johnson. Kamal. Splitty.
Here.
Pantera.
Here.
Kuznetsky.
Here.
3 board members present, Johnson and Kamal absent. Oh, it looks like Kamal just joined.
Oh, Rashma, you're here. Great. Welcome. We can't
We don't
hear
hear
you.
you.
So you're either muted or you need to, if something's not working. So it doesn't look like she's muted, but still can't hear you. We'll let you take a moment to kind of figure out what's going on there.
Her mute is on. Says
Or
she's muted. Yep.
Thanks, Greg.
So there should be a little button down. I think it's down on the lower left. Looks like a microphone that you click on. See, memory, I don't know how everything is configured, but.
Richmond, can you hear us? Okay, you can hear us. Okay, thank you.
So Reshma, Ron was describing, go to the lower left and you should have a little icon pop up that says audio. And it's got a little caret next to it, which you can click on and you choose what speaker you want, what microphone you want. And you should be in business after you do that.
Thank you, Ryan.
If it's okay, Reshma, you can put in the chat if you want to make comments, and I think could she visually just say a thumbs up for a yes? Would that be okay?
Yeah.
If we can't figure it out, then we can do that, I think, Reshma. And we'll capture if you put any comments in the chat, okay?
All right, sounds good. Having called the meeting to order, first business is old business, and we'll look at both the gifts that have come in and the interim fiscal budget changes, and I will turn it over to Jessica to give us a little report about it.
Thank you, and thank you all for being available for the special meeting. We are reading this to you as a reminder. We are on track to have the contract for the first floor renovation go to council on Tuesday before Tuesday the 12th, which is before your August board meeting. So thank you for making the special board meeting available so that we could make that deadline with council. Very excited about the work that our public services team has done. We are ready to start the renovation. The interim budget change in front of you for approval is directly tied to that contract and moving gift funds, heritage funds to our capital fund so that we can use that capital fund for the construction and that contract that goes to council. As we discussed last month, we had requested the funding from the Friends of the Boise Public Library. They had proposed to make that funding available in 4 payments over a year. That would not be something that we could use for this purpose. The city process in terms of fund usage for contracts would not allow that. We had Ron was able to go back to the Friends, have a conversation about that restriction. And they have now requested that you approve the gift as part of this IBC and that they will be able to make that payment to the city next week. And we are also have received funding from the Boise Public Library Foundation. That was a bequest from a family, and that funding will also be transferred at the same time.
I'm sorry, I didn't get that last part you said, Jessica. Could you repeat that?
We had there was a state that provided funding to the library through the Boise Public Library Foundation, and that funding is also coming through with this IBC.
That's great.
Yes. So I would entertain a motion to accept the $1 million gift from the Friends of the Boise Public Library and the 2 gifts, the $100,000 gift and the $75,000 gift via the foundation and the bequest, and then present a revised budget or an interim budget change, right, to the Boise City Council with a to-pass recommendation.
I move that we approve
Go
the
ahead.
two donations so that we can use it for the new budget proposal, which we're about to review.
We have a second.
Second.
All those in favor? Roll call.
Aye.
We have to do roll call, right? Sorry.
Jamal,
Yes.
Lenny,
Yes.
Kara,
Yes.
Janeski,
Yes.
all in favor, motion carries.
Then we have to have a second motion to pass it along, or was that incorporated as part of your motion, Brian?
It was what I was alluding to in my motion. The two are come together. So this is the revised budget that goes with the two gifts that we described. I move that we approve the revised budget as well.
Second.
You do another roll call.
We want to do a second roll
No,
call.
so, no, I think we just need a little clarity on what was in the motion. Can you describe the motion that we
Right.
voted on?
Right, okay, very good. Just making sure that we were okay with that.
Yeah, so the motion was to accept the gifts
And
and
to
forward
move
the
forward
IPC.
to the city council with a due pass recommendation,
Okay.
right? And
Would it be better if I just do a new motion?
Well, the previous motion incorporated the acceptance of the gifts and the and forwarding along.
at least that's the way I described the request for the motion.
And that was how Brian indicated the motion was constructed. But if you would like to do another motion.
Just whatever's most clear. It wasn't clear to me the way Brian phrased it, that it included the forward to council. So, with that clarification, are we voting at this point?
We need to vote again.
I don't think so, but it's up to you as board chair.
Nikki, if you would like to, since you were confused, if you would like to make a motion to now forward these,
The interim budget
the
change.
interim budget change to the city council with a due pass recommendation.
Okay, President, I'm going to propose a substitute motion. I move to approve the recommended items, including acceptance of the gifts, and forward the proposed budget changes to council with a due pass recommendation.
We have a second?
Second.
Oh,
Jamal. Yes.
yes.
Lenny,
Yes.
Kara,
Yes.
Janeski,
Yes.
all in favor, motion carries.
Thank you. Okay. Next item on the agenda is a discussion about the temporary closure of the downtown library to take into account our new construction. So turn it over to Emily.
Oh, I second Jessica's gratitude for coming to the special board meeting. At the July board meeting, we did talk about the upcoming first floor construction and did mention that there would be some closures to the downtown library needed as part of that project. So we've gotten some clarity on the first closure, and it would be closing in order to officially move out of the first floor and set up operations on the second and third floor in order to start the construction project. So we worked with a moving company and our staff and identified the week of September 2nd through the 7th as the week we'd like to close the library to move out of the first floor. We selected that week for a couple of reasons. One of the drivers being we are currently closed on the 1st for the holiday. So by just extending that week closure, it's reducing the amount of time the public doesn't have access to the first floor, and also really a smarter way to use some of our staff time, since typically we have staff that will take vacation that week based on the holiday. So we would like to bring the proposed closure of September 2nd through the 7th to the board. We would reopen on Monday the 8th in our new configuration and continue to operate the library from the second and third floor for the duration of the construction work.
Has there been a plan to communicate these changes to these closures to the public?
The plan is on the ready based on the board's approval of those dates.
And it will include the update to the website, the signage, and not just at this location, but at all locations, because we are encouraging people to continue to use the library either at another location or online during that week.
Do I hear a motion to approve the temporary closure of the downtown library from September 2nd to the 7th for the upcoming renovation on the first floor?
So moved.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
All right. Call for the roll.
Kamal, Bunny,
Yes.
and Tara.
Yes.
Kuznetsky,
Yes.
all in favor, motion carries.
Good. Does anybody have anything else to bring forward? Hearing none, do I have a motion to adjourn? I don't have to have a motion. Oh, okay. So I adjourn the meeting at 11:45 a.m. Thank you all for being willing to do this special meeting. See you all on.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's 13.
On the 13th, right? Okay,
Thank you.
Thanks.
thank you. Is everybody gonna make it on the
Right.
13th before we hang up? The four of you make it on the 13th?
I'm intending to. I'm still traveling. I'm on this trip for 2 weeks, but you never know. But I intend to be there.
Right, right. And Rashma, Nikki, you think you can make it?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
All righty, thank you all very much.